Welcome, Scorpio, to your March 2022 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, Scorpio, you start out with the Page of Wands here. Now, so many star signs have got this card, and pages are messages or messengers. So I feel like you're going to be getting some important messages this month. But what the Page of Wands also talks about is just investigating, being curious, learning. So for some of you, you might be doing some study this month, undertaking some study, or you might actually be even wanting to go back to school or enrolling in some sort of course here. But the Page of Wands is a card about creativity. It's a card that has this sense of adventure about it. And it's also a card of confidence, of passion, of discovery, exploration. You are going to be doing a lot of this in March, I feel. Now, this card also refers to, I usually read this as a Sagittarius, but because this is a general reading, this can be any fire sign here. So that's Sagittarius, Leo, or Aquarius. But, you know, these can really, this is a very exciting card when it comes out. And it's just about a lot of new opportunities as well. And you could be getting some really wonderful information about something great that's coming into your life as well. So just because this is a messenger card, this is great information. Now, when this card comes up as well, you're really asked to just follow your passion and let that guide you through your life's work, you know. And if you've got something that you've had in mind about doing, or something that you just really love to do, just go for it in March, because this is a great time to be doing this. Now, this can even talk about a card of promotion. It can talk about career change, or it can just talk about any promising development in your professional life or in your creative life, something that you're creative about, or even if you're wanting to start a new project. This is a great card to get because it's very, very positive. Now, you've got the Moon card here, and this card represents a Pisces, or it can even represent a Cancer. The moon rules Cancer, so I often read this card as a Cancer, but it represents Pisces or Cancer here. But what the Moon card actually talks about is things that could potentially be hidden here. Now, the Moon is a very, very psychic, very intuitive card. And when you get it in a reading, it often asks you to really take note of any messages, any dreams, anything that sparks your intuition. Scorpio, you are so intuitive anyway. Most water signs are, and you are a water sign. So I feel like you are in touch with your intuitive side anyway. But I feel like this is, when this card comes up, it's sort of asking you to really pay attention to any dreams that you get, anything that you know that is coming from your subconscious. There could be things here that that are coming through for you, that your subconscious is trying to tell you. Now, this is an interesting card. Now, the Moon really is saying that there's often more here than meets the eye. And when you're sometimes feeling a little bit uncertain or a little bit unsure, this card may kind of be saying, don't worry too much about it, because the moon can make you feel a little bit unsure or insecure about certain directions to go in your life. But the thing about the moon is when the moon's there, it's saying that things will be revealed to you. So if you've got a question about which direction to go in, if you've got a question about something that you've been wondering about in your life, could potentially have something to do with your relationships, your love, just something personally about you, you are going to get some answers coming through for you. The moon is always that card, like it talks about the light of the moon. Things seem different in the light. You can see by the light of a full moon, but it certainly looks different by the light of the moon than it does by the light of the sun. So things will change here. You will be getting some answers to some things that perhaps have been you've been a little bit unsure about. Now it's interesting, you are actually showing up in your reading in two cards. Normally I would read the Queen of Cups here as a Scorpio, but again, this is general reading, so this can be any water sign, and it's interesting that it's right beneath the moon. So Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio here, but you've got the Death card here as well, and this is your card, Scorpio, so don't be alarmed. It doesn't mean anything negative. The Death card's actually really positive, but the reason I was just bringing this up, I'm jumping ahead as I normally do, that Queen of Cups is right beneath the Moon card. So I feel like this is a very personal thing that you perhaps have been worried about or wondering about. Something that has literally been, hidden, or you haven't had all the answers, but this is definitely, I feel, specifically a message for you here coming through. Now, the Knight of Wands, I really like this card. This is a lot of energy in this card. All knights are about movement, moving in a particular direction. And I feel that this is a very fast move. It's not the fastest moving energy, but it is a very fast moving energy. And this is a time in your life where there might be some things that are going to require you to move very quickly. So you might get some answers that come through with that energy of the moon, and it's going to require you to make a decision very quickly. And this is not necessarily negative. And with the Knight of Wands, it often isn't, because this is quite a wonderful position to be in when you get this card. But this can be something like perhaps you might have 2 job offers and only a short space of time to figure out which direction to go in. Or you might have an opportunity that shows itself to you, and you don't have much time to consider it, but you have to kind of make a decision quickly, otherwise the opportunity will go. So this is that kind of energy of that Knight of Wands. So it's a great position to be in, because I feel like there are some wonderful opportunities coming in, and you don't want to have to make a rash decision here, but you may have to make a decision about something quite quickly. And it's quite interesting. This card, when this card pops up, it is saying, listen to your feelings. If there is a situation that's coming through, use your intuition. Exactly what the moon is saying. That could be what it is trying to tell you here. It's saying, listen to your intuition if there are any decisions that you might need to make relatively quickly. That's going to tell you more about what you want to do. Yeah, and I feel like once you've considered all the options, then you're off, you're ready to go. And the Knight of Wands leads right into such a wonderful card, that Ace of Wands. Aces are just such great energy. They are all about new beginnings, and the Ace of Wands in particular promises so many wonderful things. And again, this is talking about some wonderful opportunities to change your life here, Scorpio. And this is like a new creativity, a new creative project that you could be starting, a new career here, a new passion, even some self-development. It's a new you almost, and you're working on that. And it's interesting that this Ace of Wands, the beginning, is right above that Death card. And the Death is the card of, it's the bringer of change. It's a card of release. So I feel like there is this ending to one stage of your life, and it could have been making you feel a little bit trapped, a little bit stuck, but there is this new, fresh opportunity here. And it's really saying that your dreams are in reach. You know, whatever you are thinking, whatever you are wanting, they are in reach. But, you know, you have to take action to attain your goals. But you've got that action. You've got that Knight of Wands. This is a card of action here. So it's wonderful. But just wonderful new opportunities in that way, Ace of Wands. Now, also on a side note, the Ace of Wands can even talk about the birth of a new baby, or if it's not a real baby, a living baby, this can be the birth of a creative project. You know, there's a lot of creative potential here. This is also a card of initiative, of opportunities, eagerness, passion. This is really wonderful. And being right next to that Wands card, the Knight of Wands, I'm loving this energy for you. You've got 3 wands here, 4 wands out of 8 cards. So a lot of fiery, passionate, exciting energy. Now you've got the 7 of Wands here as well. Now the 7 of Wands is that card of, it's a lot of people say it's a card of aggression, but it's often a card, it's that card that is all about standing your ground. It's about defiance. It's about strength of character, which, Scorpio, you have in bucket loads. And this is really, you know, believing in your convictions and standing up for what you believe in. So if you're in a situation where people might be challenging you, or you might feel like you've got an opinion about something and others around you disagree, if you believe in it, then stand your ground and don't waver, because you're going to be successful in the end. You know, you will be right in the end. And that's kind of what the 7 of Wands really does talk about. But often, you know, in this situation as well, there's always, well, a lot of cards have this this way or that way kind of message. But often what this does say as well, if you are in a situation where somebody is really wanting to fight about something, even if you know it's right, weigh up your options. Is this really worth the battle? And if it's not, then just let it go. It's not worth it. The person that you're fighting with could potentially not be worth that, you know. And this could be between another water sign, so a Cancer, a Scorpio, or Pisces here. Or it could even be that fire sign, another fire sign here, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries there. So you might just feel that it's not worth it and you're going to let it go. But if you truly believe in what you are saying and you know you're right and it's very important to you, then stand your ground and you fight for what you believe in, because as I said, that you're right. Now, this, whatever happens here though, this is really a chance for you to grow here. This is a chance to show your strength of character, and it does even talk about becoming stronger by going through any challenges that are before you. And as long as you make any decisions that are coming up for you from your heart, rather than from your intellect, from your intuition, from your heart, from your passion, I think everything is going to work out really well for you here in March. Now, that Queen of Cups that I talked about, beautiful, loving, wonderful energy. Normally, I would read this card as Scorpio. So, yeah, a lot of signs have also had their own cards showing up in their reading. So I feel like this is just saying that it's quite a significant month for you. But the Queen of Cups is really a nurturing energy. It is also just a deeply emotional card. And this card is, it kind of asks you to care for other people, but it is also asking you to make sure that you nurture yourself just as much. And when you get this card, feelings run really deep. And there could be something very significant going on in your relationship, whether this is a friendship, a family relationship, a love relationship. There could be just some significant emotional things going on here for you. But again, and this is so interesting, this is a card of profound psychic experiences. And the fact that it is right beneath that Moon card, which is all about your intuition and messages from spirit, there's some really strong messages here to listen to your inner guidance, your feelings, and your intuition very closely in March, because it is going to help you out. It's going to be very significant for you. And, I just feel like with all of this new, fresh, fiery energy, if there is some new things and new directions turning up for you to go in, you might really want to listen to that intuition of yours, But this is just a beautiful energy. It's tender feelings as well. And if you've got someone in your life that is a water sign like you, this is someone that has a very warm heart, a very gentle nature. And this is a card of sensitivity and empathy as well. So I feel like this is you in spades as well, Scorpio. Does describe you. Now, the Eight of Swords there, I feel like there was a situation that can be making you feel a little bit stuck. And this could also have something to do with an opportunity that maybe shows itself to you and you're unsure about which way to go. This can often sometimes make you feel a little bit stuck as well. But that being right next to that Death card, this is telling me that this feeling of you being stuck is not going to be hanging around for very long. So if you've been feeling like there's sort of a powerlessness about what's going on in your life, or you're feeling imprisoned, or there's any despair there, or you've been feeling persecuted, like people are picking on you, that's all ending in March. And that Death card brings in new life. Brings in fresh energy. And, you know, often people get really scared when they see the death card, but it doesn't mean that you're going to die or anything like that. It's just a real transformation that you are going through. And it's a card that talks about inevitable endings. Things can't be feeling stuck and feeling trapped. You can't live in that kind of energy forever. It's always changing. So there is just this completion going on here, and transition. It's quite lovely energy. So there is definitely some big changes going on in your life in March. Now, your final card from your Gateway Oracle deck by Denise Lynn is Looking Deeper. And this particular card, I really like it because you look at the pool between the icy mountains and there's all crystals in it. So I've put all my crystals over the crystals that are in the card, but just to make it stand out a little bit more. I don't know if you can see it, but I really love this card. Now, the affirmation on this particular card is, deep within me is a majestic radiance. So you need to say that to yourself over and over again in March. Now, the meaning of this card is, things are not always as they seem. Look deeper into the situations and relationships in your life. Something that seems closed may in fact be just ready to open. If you go beneath the surface, you may find hidden gems of truth, light, or abundance. The universe wants you to know this is a time to engage and reflect. It might be worth taking a second look at something you previously passed over. Imagine a mystical mountain lake where you can see the reflection of the sky and trees. But when you look beneath the surface, you can see sparkling gems in the crystal clear depths. These treasures are meant for you. By exploring hidden crevices in your soul, you will begin to uncover even more profound levels of the vast majesty within yourself. I love that message for you, Scorpio. And you know, I see this so connected with that moon card, those cards that card of intuition, looking deeper at things. Things may be mysterious and hidden, but if you look deeper into things, you will find the answers that you seek, or you will see things. And also, this is really interesting. I feel like this is also connected with that Ace of Wands, because when it says, if there is something in your life that may seem closed, just be ready for it to open. Just like the flower in that Ace of Wands, you see it flourishing and opening here. And so there are things that you perhaps hadn't seen before, but they're going to come to light for you in the month of March. So I hope that resonated with you, Scorpio. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading if you are a new subby. And if you're already subscribed, I hope to see you next month. Bye.